Hi everyone, it's Cards by Rachel with day 7, the last day of our Valentine Mini Series. Today we'll be focusing on Trinity stamps again. I'm using the cheesy stencil, the extra cheese stamp set with coordinating dies, and I'm using the brilliant stamp set, which is a funny, bunny, cheesy sentiment stamp. And I'm using this die from my stash with a big heart inside of it. So here you can see I already laid out how my card, how I want it to look, so a little sneak peek there. And here I'm attaching my panel, which I die cut the biggest heart from. And I'm just gonna lay it back in there because I do want everything to be a cheesy background. So I'm using scattered straw distress oxide ink, and I'm just gonna cover up the whole panel here. For those who follow me on Instagram, might have seen this cheese stem set get used multiple times already because I just absolutely love it. It can be used all year around, and I'm a big fan of cheese, so that combination is just the recipe for success. Okay, that was not as funny, but hey. Here I'm just covering up that whole panel as you can see, and then we'll use our cheesy stencil on top of it with some mustard seed distress oxide, which is a nice bright yellow, so it will definitely be very noticeable on the scattered straw here. Of course, I'm using my flower grip mat again. For those who don't know yet, we do have those available in the web shop nowadays as well. We keep adding more basic supplies, so be sure to check out the basic supply section if you're interested in that. Now we will use the dioxide from the stamp market in party pink and just color up that frame. These are linked down below as well. And then you can guess what happens now. Splatters. The splatter white and the sparkle from Spellbinders again. And I'm gonna use them both because I love a bit of white splatters on most cards, and do the sparkle off camera as well. Now it's time for some coloring with my Olo markers. You can see the colors on the caps as always. It's quite nice and easy to color these cheeses, and you can do multiple colors. You can do orange, blue cheese, yellow cheese, sort of white like a brie, camembert sort of thing, whatever you prefer. I do like to add some rose cheeks to them though. If you want to try out the Olo markers yourself, my affiliate link is also down below in the description box. Here I'm using, I believe, 3 colors of yellow actually. Yeah, I am. For the hands and the feet, I'm using the Y2.3 and then the Y2.2 and Y1.1 for the cheese itself, basically. And I believe I go back and add some dots with my Y2.3 in a bit after I've done the rosy cheeks, I think. I just wish, yes, I will. I thought it would be a cute combination of doing 2 in blue and 2 in like this light yellow to match with our background, but the blue works well with the yellow and the pink. So I was like, yeah, that works, blue and a yellow cheese. Now it's time to stamp our sentiments from this brilliant stamp set. They have so much funny and cute sentiments in the cheese theme that's just amazing. Here I've attached some double-sided tape on our panel. I was ready to get it off, but first lay that panel on my card paste and then inlay the heart. That makes it in the right spot exactly, and then we will attach our acetate. So that almost went wrong, but hey, just in time I realized. Just cutting off the excess of my acetate and attach some double-sided tape on our frame here, and I will also add some glue and stick it on that acetate. I just like to use both on some bigger pieces when you use acetate. This cheese stencil we used before in this series. If in case you missed it, you can always watch it back. I made a separate playlist for this Valentine mini series. But then we used that's just a dot, like sparkly background stencil, so it doesn't have to be cheese. Here I just got a card base that will go inside of the scallop basically, so it will not be visible from the side. Here you can see I started attaching my double-sided tape. This is the Pear Blossom Press one, which is double the thickness. So if you use normal double-sided tape, double-sided foam tape, I mean, then I would suggest doing 2 layers so your sequins have lots of space to like shake around, obviously. I'm also gonna cut some smaller pieces to make sure all those edges are nice and secure and no sequins will fall out of it. And I believe, show you that I like to use an anti-static powder around my foam tape. So it gets the stickiness of the side of the foam tape. I do it while the backing is still on top there. So, you know, it will still be sticky. But this really helps to make your shakers shake your sequence, I mean, and it doesn't get stuck to a little bit of the tackiness of the side of the foam. Of course, most of the tackiness is on the foam tape itself, like when you pull off the backing. But I do realize some on the side of the foam tape is quite sticky as well. So this just really helps to make them shake better. Here I added some pink light and some darker pink and some iridescent like round circle thingies. Then I'm also attaching a little bit of glue to have some more wiggle room while attaching my panel. And then we have our shaker. Ain't no one shatter than you. You're stinking cute. How cute are the sentiments, you guys? I love a funny punny sentiment. Yeah, I'm all for it. Here, the 2 cheeses holding each other's hand will go in the middle of a heart. And then on the left, we'll get this blue cheese, which is kind of blushing from the, you know, wing of the cheese on the right. At least that was what's happening in my head anyway. I sometimes make up little stories in my head. He's just winking at him like, you're stinking cute. Okay, then I'm using some gold enamel dots, and I'm using these pearls from Trinity as well. It's like an iridescent pearl with a flat back. So they're actually really easy to adhere to your card. And then I wanted to keep it at this, actually, the gold enamel dots and the iridescent pearls. But then you guys know me, I need all the things on my card most of the time. So I actually got some hearts as well. And I believe I will show it on camera that I inked them up in the party pink dioxide from the stamp market as well to match with our frame. And I will just scatter them around basically. Yeah, here we go. I've added some of these with an opening in the middle, and I added some cute small white ones, which I actually kept white, so I'm very proud of myself. I left the border white, which I actually wanted to do pink, and I left these hearts white that I wanted to do pink, but I'm trying to add white as a color, even though officially it's not a color, I know, but I'm trying to use more of it because I tend to go color full on all out basically. Well, here we go, guys. That's our shaker. I hope you guys liked this Valentine series. Next month, I will do another themed mini series. So be sure to check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching and for all the positive comments I got on this series. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.